AMG family, happy Friday. What's going on? It is Mondo here, April 11th, 2025, sending you the Mondo Money Letter. All right, what is this about? This is about the hot topics of this past week, the conversations that have been going on, the phone calls we've been getting, and maybe in what I share, you hear yourself. Maybe something triggers a thought and says, you know what, I might need to look into that. Or you know what? Yeah, that hits me right in the pain point. So if that's you, you can definitely reach out to us. Ask questions, have a consultation with us, a conversation, and we'll be glad to help you. Now, here's what's going on in two different topics of the week. Number one has been the IUL, the Indexed Universal Life Policy. All right. Now, some of you know what that is. Some of you may not. That's okay. However, we've been getting a lot of questions about how to leverage an IUL. What does that look like in regards to preserving your estate and your legacy? How do you use this life insurance policy during your life, the living benefits? Can I use this for an emergency fund? Can I use it to put extra savings in? And can I see some exponential growth? And all that is yes, yes, and yes. Can I use this cash value account that's compounding? Can I extract some money and go create a cash flow asset with it? Absolutely, you can. There's all types of things you can do. Can I use some of my funds in my cash value account to pull out and be a hard money lender to others who are looking for resources to do what they need to do and charge a healthy interest and make some return on it? Yes, you can do that too. There's a lot of different things that you can utilize with this policy. But I will tell you at this week though, there's been a lot of folks, man. It hasn't been more of the fun chess playing stuff. It's been a lot of legacy talk. Right. Some individuals are like, hey, man, I've been kicking the can down the road too long. I've been procrastinating. I've been acting like I'm invincible. And man, I thought I had a health scare. I was this, that, and the other, or I saw this happen in my family or my neighbor or whatever. I need to get my affairs in order. Oh, and by the way, I've been seeing videos online about how you can use these living benefits. Or what do you mean by that? So definitely reach out if you want to know more about that and how the people who have known about this vehicle have leveraged it for years upon years upon years. This concept is not new. Okay. I've always said it sounds new to you, but it doesn't mean it's new. It's just new to you. And you want to be open-minded and embrace some of these ideas that honestly, the who's who have taken advantage of these vehicles for years. This is an everyday conversation in the circles of some of my clients. This is not new to them. They're like, oh yeah, it's like talking about, something every day to them. It's totally normal. So we want to normalize it with more groups of individuals and more, let's say economic levels, if you will, and make sure people understand that this vehicle is for everyone. You just want to make sure that you leverage it the right way with the resources that you have and that everything is in place the right way for your goals, your intentions with the resources, and it's functioning the way you need it to function. All right. So the second conversation we've been having is about retirement accounts because boy, oh boy, y'all see what's going on. You see what's going on. Okay. Regardless of your opinion. Okay. If you're left, if you're right, if you're in the middle or don't care at all about any of it, the reality is the market is clowning. We all know that. Okay. Now the market had a little bit of a bump yesterday on Thursday. We saw that, but it is doing some unpredictable things for a lot of different reasons, as y'all know. So a lot of folks, especially who are approaching retirement age or even in retirement age, that have their retirement account in the market, which means it is their retirement value, their account value is determined by the stock market, by the market. So if the market's great, going up, guess what? So is their account. If it's going down, they're going down. So there's a lot of people that, they don't have a stomach for that. They don't like roller coasters. Physically, real amusement parks, and they definitely don't like financial roller coasters. All right. So what we're able to do is help people understand there are stable vehicles that keep your principal protected. You never lose money in it. It always grows. It guarantees you income for life and put it in a protected vehicle where you can gain interest. And we teach you how all that works. And it's through a fixed index annuity. Now, it may sound new to you, but it's not new. They've been around since the 1700s. No kidding. Okay. So I want to help other people understand that if you haven't heard of this, that's okay. That's okay. But guess what? We teach you is not only what it is, how it works, but we show you why it works with the tax codes that the IRS wrote themselves. The things that are in place that we teach you how to leverage. So between an IUL or an annuity, if you're like, what is all this stuff? It's not a hack. It's not a scheme. It's not a way to get around. We don't do that at AMG. We teach you the truth. We teach you how to access and leverage these vehicles that are out there that are written by the rules are written by the IRS, and we leverage the codes of 72E, 7702, 101A regarding IULs. And we leverage the tax citations of TAMRA, TEFRA, and DEFRA. You're like, what in the world is he talking? That's Chinese. Let us worry about that. We will teach you when we put you into these vehicles. And honestly, if I'm being straight up, that is a reason why a lot of people have never plunged into some of these vehicles, because no one takes the time. Advisors don't take the time to break it down to people and help you understand what this is. It is an IUL. This is what it stands for. This is why it works this way. This is the governance around it. This is what you can do with it. Here's all the flexibilities. Here, blah, 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 blah. A lot of times when we see policies come in that people have had before and they share them with us, here's what we see. A hot mess, because someone didn't teach them. They just said, hey, oh yeah, buy that, it's good, you got a death benefit, blah, blah, blah. But that is not what we do. Our strategy here is not only to teach you, educate you on how it works, but we want to make sure that by the time we're wrapping up that particular business, that you can explain it back to myself or any one of our advisors. You got to be able to explain it. It's no point in getting something if you can't explain it once you get it, right? We can do that about everything else that we get. So we want to do the same thing with our financial vehicles, whether it be an annuity, whether it be an IUL, and we want to teach you how to leverage these vehicles that some people that you may have looked at before say, man, how in the world how do they mitigate taxes? Man, how do they have these healthy retirements? How are they playing golf on Tuesday at 2:00? And I see them again tomorrow, Wednesday at 1:30, and then again Thursday at 4 p.m. How don't they work? How do they have the money? All that stuff, right? Because I know when I was coming up, I was thinking the same daggum thing. So if that's you and you're thinking about all this kind of stuff, about these vehicles, how they work, all that, man, look, I'm as you could tell, I'm fired up. If you're curious, call me. Reach out to us. We'll get you with myself or one of our advisors and set you up with a wonderful consultation, an educational experience to see if any of these vehicles, these two, or we need to set you up with a trust, or if we need to help you with getting your credit in place. Because some people are saying, hey, we got this, but we had some life happen, and my credit's kind of on struggle street right now. So, hey, Mondo, you got something? The answer is yes, we do. We have a way for you to get your credit back on track, all right? So, all right, I hope you have a great weekend. Look, I get fired up about this because this week has been phenomenal for a lot of our clients. Just educating, man, people learning. From the West Coast, literally all the way to the Southeast this week, man. It's been phenomenal. So you guys have a great weekend. I'm going to stop rambling, but I hope if something I shared, it stirs something in you, you have questions or you want to know, man, hit us up, man. Talk to us. Do not sit on the sideline. Do not sit there wondering and don't ask questions, because I'm going to tell you, you don't sound crazy or stupid or whatever the word is if you ask questions and you I don't want to look a certain way. Man, look a certain way. Find out, because there are people counting on you to make good decisions, and you can't do that without information. All right? We appreciate you. We love you, man. And, hey, have a phenomenal weekend. We'll see you next week.